Are you struggling to rank up? Well, then you've come to the right place, because today I'm going to be going over some of the most common mistakes that are holding you guys back from ranking up. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure you guys are subscribed, join my community, and let's get into the video. Alright, so the first mistake I see everyone make is not giving yourself a win condition. Now, a win condition basically gives you an advantage over everyone else so that obviously winning is easier for you. So let's say I want to land at the raft because I want the mythic so that I have a better chance of winning all my fights, right? And then I can obviously see everyone around me, so it makes it easier for me to win that game. But it could be more simple than that. It could be a radio tower, or it could be a bunker, right? These two things give you advantages, right? The bunker gives you crazy loot, it gives you armored walls, you can upgrade your guns, and the radio tower allows you to see the next zone before anyone else. Playing for these can give you an advantage over everyone else, and that will help you guys consistently place higher and just consistently win more games. Another thing I want to talk about is having a plan, because I think a lot of people go into ranked games, they have a drop spot, but they don't really have a real plan to go off of. Now, in my case, I always land at the raft usually because it's the best POI, and I like W King, but I always have a very good loot route, and I stay in certain areas so that when I fight, I don't have to worry about third parties, and I also don't have to worry about getting sprayed in my back. So for example, I always have a plan when I drop at the raft. I usually dive right here to get at the lowest point, right here on the map, and then I line myself up with this spot so that I can hit here first before anyone else. Then I always try to pick up a gun and look in this direction to try and shoot at this guy or someone in the air to pick up some siphon if I can. And then I drop down here where there's going to be a god chest spawn for me, 2 more chest spawns, barrels. I always have guaranteed shield no matter what, right? I always have a plan off spawn. And then I stay on the edges of the prison on these towers. This is going to allow you to be the third partier and not get third partied. It's also going to allow you not to get sandwiched. Like this guy, for example, look at him. See how he's in between 2 people off spawn? That means that he's always going to get sandwiched. And notice how he's in the center of the POI? That's how you get sandwiched, because you're in the center of the POI. If you stay on the edges and work your way in, you're always going to be the one third partying instead of getting third partied. Also, another huge mistake I see everyone make is boxing yourself in armored walls. Never do this. The only time you should be using armored walls is when someone is lobby focusing you so you can block them, or if you get cracked and then you need time to heal. Never fully box yourself in. It is one of the worst things you can do, because at that point you're just sitting ducks and the person has control over everything around you, and they can just steal your wall and then just edit on you and pick up a free kill. So make sure that you guys are not using armored walls to fully box yourself in. Also, if you guys are enjoying this content so far, go check out my community. It is free. In this community, you could have the chance of 1v1ing me. Also, I shout out people every single day. Here's today's. So if this does interest you, go to the link in the description. Go check it out, and let's get back into the video. Alright, so the first mistake we're going to talk about is not using the right materials in the right situation. So in this example, obviously, I'm going to get opening damage on this guy. A lot of people like yourself are going to get in this situation where you're obviously on the run and you have to box up and heal. This guy is going to be the example of what you shouldn't do. So I spray at this guy, and again, he's building in wood. You never want to build in wood in this scenario, because someone like me can just bleed through and crack you, and then it's obviously going to be a lot harder for you to heal. Now, once I drop on this guy's wall, the most important thing is that this guy needs to expand. He doesn't build enough boxes around him, and he's still building in wood. This is a huge no-no, because I could go up to any wall and just smack twice and steal it, and then place a piece control in there and just kill you, right? But what you need to do is make like 2 or 3 boxes, place some armored walls in between you and them so that you can get your meds up, because if you don't, this guy is going to be a perfect example of what happens if you don't do that. Now he starts to expand, but it's too late. Once I have a cone in his box, then I look up, try and smack through, I phase through, and I'm able to just edit in and take a shot. Again, look, he resets this wall in wood. That means that I know it's weak and I have a gatekeeper. And since I have a gatekeeper, gatekeepers do crazy damage to builds, so I can just steal the wall and pick up a free kill. But if this guy just expanded with his hard mats, look, he even had armored walls, he might have actually been able to win that fight, or at least stay alive long enough to get some more placement points. Now, when it comes to ranking up, obviously you want the most placement points possible, but a lot of people don't focus on rotating first before fighting. That's a big problem that everyone makes. So in this example, I am on the edge of zone with 2 other people, including myself. Now, there's this guy right here, chilling, looking up at this guy. Now, this guy has the scanner coin. So I know I can't just run on the open because he'll obviously beam me. And as you can see, zone is a max pull for all three of us. So you need to obviously get out of this situation. But you can't get shot by the guy above you as well. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of just tapping your fizz and then running to zone, but this is going to cause you to just get beamed in the back and take a lot of damage. So what you need to do is wait for your opponents to be distracted so that you can rotate, because right now, if I tap my fizz and I try and run out this direction, which was my whole goal all along, I'm just going to get shot by this guy because he's just looking down at me. But I need to wait for a moment of him being distracted, and when his scanner goes off, he starts to spray this guy right here, right? Because you can see him through the wall. Now he's trying to beam him. But I take that as an opportunity, tap my fizz so that I can get out of that situation. And I'm going to edit out my back wall. And I'm going to sprint and then jump and then turn and use my wood to block him off. So that when he turns around, see how he just now turns around and it's too late for him to shoot at me? Now I am able to rotate and simply just get away and disengage from this fight and get even more placement points and end up winning this game later. Now, since I rotated early, both of these guys are now forced to fight. And I am able to take advantage of this by just shooting them in the back. You can see me over there just applying pressure. And now both these guys are stuck in zone. And they both actually do die to zone in this fight. Look, this guy does to zone. This guy doesn't get the siphon. And since obviously I went to zone early, I can just hold this guy. And he ends up literally just boxing himself up and dying to zone because he can't make it. So make sure that you guys are focusing on your rotates before you even think about fighting. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure that you guys are subscribed. And if you guys did like this content, go check out my community. It's free. You'll have the chance to 1v1 me. And you'll even have the chance for me to VOD review. So if this does interest you, go and check it out. And go check out these videos right here. And I'm out. Peace.